Hello everyone. So welcome to this lecture. In this lecture we're going to learn how to find the divisor of any number, right? Here the problem is given, find the count of the divisor of given numbers and also list down all the divisors, right? So here total 9 problem we have. So in this lecture we're going to solve each and every problem. So before solving the problem, we should understand one of the formulas and the trick and how to find the divisors, right? Suppose x is any number and you want to calculate how many divisors are there for the x, right? So what you can do over here, first express the x in form of a raised to p into b raised to q into c raised to r into d raised to s, right? Where p, q, r and s is a power of a, b, c, d, and where a, b, c and d are the prime factor of x, right? A, B, C and D are the prime factor of x, and after that the count of divisor of x, d of x is nothing but divisor of x will be equal to p plus 1 into q plus 1 into r plus 1 into s plus 1, right? By using this formula we can calculate the count of any number of divisor, right? This formula is very simple formula, so whenever I'll solve the problem it will be very easy to understand, right? Like in first problem here they are given, here we have to find how many divisors are there for 28, right? So first of all what we're going to do, here we have 28. So for 28, first of all here we'll find the factors, right? So 2, 14, right? And then 7. So here we can say, so 28 can be written as 2 into 2 into 7, right? Or in other way here we can write 2 raised to 2 and 7 will be the power of 1, right? Hence 2 is also prime number and 7 is also prime number. So hence we can say uh, here the a will be the 2 and the b will be the 7 and p will be the 2 and q will be the 1, right? So therefore here we can write count of divisor, first of all we'll write, right? The count of a divisor of 28 will be equal to, here power is given 2, so 2 plus 1 into here power is 1, so it will be added with the 1. So power will be added with the 1, right? Because the rule says that if you want to calculate the divisors of x, right? So power will be added by 1, so p plus 1 and q will be added by 1 and r will be also added with the 1 and s will be also added with the 1, right? And after adding, here we'll do the multiplication, and whatever multiplication result will give, that will be the what count of divisor, right? So here the power is 2 and another power is 1, so 2 plus 1 and 1 plus 1, right? So 2 plus 1 become 3 and 1 plus 1 become 2, right? 3 2 is 6. So hence we can say the number 28 will have the total 6 divisor, right? And what are those divisor? In problem here they are saying find the count of divisor. So here the count of divisor is nothing but 6. So total 6 different number will be there, and that number can divide the number 28, right? Now they are saying, and also list down all the divisors. And what are those numbers that can divide 28? Again we'll have to write. So to do that thing, what we'll do over here now? Here 28 we have, right? So we will have divisor of 28 will be nothing but every number will be divided by 1 and as well as itself, right? So every number will be divided by 1 as well as itself. So 20, here we have to find the divisor of 28. So 28 will be divided by 1 as well as 28 itself. Now after that we'll start from the beginning, right? Now check whether 2 can divide 28 or not. So 2 also can divide 28. So if you want to divide 2 by 28, so 2 14s are 28, right? So here the quotient is 14, right? It means that if 2 can divide 28, then 14 also can divide 28. So here I write 14 also can divide 28. This is one of the trick, and with the help of that trick you can find you can list down the divisors also, right? Now check whether 3 can divide 28 or not, right? So 3 cannot divide 20, but 4 can divide 28, right? So 4 7 are 28. If the 4 can divide 28, it means that 7 also can divide 28, right? So 7 also can divide 28. So now they are saying only total 6 different number will be there that can divide 28, and these numbers are 1 2 4 7 14 and 28, right? How many numbers we have? 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, right? So here some gaps are there, so in systematic form here you can write. So divisor of 28 will be nothing but 1 2 4 7 14 and 28, right? So here we have find the divisor of 28. In similar way you can find the divisor of 40 also. If you want to find the divisor of 48, so first of all what 40, right? First of all we'll do the factor of 40, right? So if I'll do the factor of 40, so it will be divided by 2, right? So 20 will be there, then 10 and then 5, right? Here 2 is coming 3 times, so we'll have 40 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2, right? And then 5. 2 2 ja 4 2 ja 8 5 ja 40, right? So the power of 2 become 3 and the power of 5 become 1. So now here we have converted 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 1, right? Hence we can say, so therefore we need to find the count of divisor. So therefore count of divisor of 40, right? Count of divisor of 40 will be how much? Here power is given 3 and this is the prime, 2 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, right? So we'll take the power of prime factor. So the power of prime factor is 3 and 1, right? So 3 will be added with the 1 and again another is 1. So 1 will be added with the 1. So here we'll get 4 2s are 8, right? So total 8 different divisor will be there for the number 40. It means that the 40 will be divided by the total 8 different number, right? So I'll list down the number also. So divisor of 40, since we know that every number will be divided by 1 and as well as itself, right? Every number will be divided by 1 and itself. Now I'll check whether 2 can divide 40. Yeah, 2 can divide 40, but if I'll divide by 2, then the quotient will be 20, right? Because here 40 is there and if I'll divide 40 by 2, so quotient will be what? 20. Here the quotient is 20. It means that the number 40 will be divided by 2 as well as 20 also. So here I'll write the 20, right? Now see the next number. 3 cannot divide 40, right? But 4 can divide 40. So if I'll divide by the 4, the quotient will be 10. So here I'll write 10. 10 also can divide 40 and 4 also can divide 40, right? So now after that we'll see 5. 5 8s are 40, right? 5 also can divide 40 and 8 can also divide 40, right? So if you'll count over here, how many number do we have? 8 number over here? Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8, right? So you can write in systematic form. So it will be 1 2 4 5 8 10 20 and 40. So these all are the basically divisor of number 40. I hope you understood this thing. Now see for the next number. Next number is 84. Here we have, right? Now they are saying how many divisors are there for 84, right? So first of all, here we'll do the factor of 84, and to find the factor of 84 again we'll process the same thing. Here 84 we have, right? So 2 of 42, right? Now 42 will be again divided by 2. 2 2 ja 4, 2 1 ja 2, right? And then 20, 3 7 ja. So 2 2 ja 4, 4 3 ja 12, right? And 12 7 ja, right? So hence we can write for 84 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into what? 7. Hence now it can be written in form of what? Standard form. The standard form, here 2 is coming twice, so here we'll write 2 power 2 and 3 is coming at one time, so it will be 3 raised to 1, and 7 is coming one time, so 7 power 1, right? So hence we can say ABC, the value of A will be 2, value of B will be 3 and the value of C will be 7, right? And the P will be 2, Q will be 1 and R will be 1. So therefore here we write count of divisor, right? Count of what? Divisor of 84 we need to find. Okay, so here power is 2, so 2 will be added with the 1. Now power is 1, 1 will be added with the 1, and again here power is 1, so 1 will be added with the 1. So now 2 plus 1 3, 3 2 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12. So total 12 different number will be there that can divide number 84. Here 84 will be divided by total 12 different numbers, right? And what are those numbers that we need to find now? So here we're going to list down. So divisor of 84 can be written as, since we know that, so total 12 number will come, right? We know about the count, okay? So every number will be divided by 1 and as well as itself, right? So here I'll write 84 also. Now see, now check for the 2, right? 2 can divide 84. Yeah, 2 can divide 84. So if I'll divide it by 2, so the result will be 42, right? The quotient will be 42. So here I'll write the 42. I hope you understood the thing, right? Now check whether 3 can divide 84. Yeah, 3 can divide, I think, right? Yeah. Here we have 84. So if I divide it by 3, so 3 1 ja 3 2 ja 6, right? 3 2 ja 6. So 3 8 ja. So 28 will come, right? So 28 is a quotient, nothing but. So here I'll write 3 and here I'll write 28 here we have, right? Now we'll check for the 4. Yeah, 4 also can divide 84. So, and if I divide it by 4, the quotient will be 4 2 ja 4 1 ja 21 will come, right? Right? Yeah. Now check for the 5. 5 cannot divide 84. Now check for the 6, right? 6 I hope can divide 84. If I'll divide 84 will be divided by 6, right? 6 1 ja 6 and 2 and 6 4 ja, right? Yeah. So 6 can divide 84. If the 6 can divide 84, it means that 14 can also divide 84, right? So here I'll write 14 also. Okay. So how many numbers are there now? Total 12 different numbers should be there. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now check for another number. 7, 7, yeah, 7 can divide 84, right? So 7 can divide 84. If I'll select 7, then the remainder will be 12. So here I'll write 12 also. So these all are the list of numbers that can divide 84. So in here I can write in a systematic order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12, 14, 21 or 28, 42 and 84, right? These all are the number that can divide the data 84, right? Now check for the another problem. Problem number 4, right? Here we have 120. Here we need to find the factor of 120. I'll give you one of the shortcut method to find the factor, right? Here we have 120. So what you can do, if 0 is coming, right? If 0 is coming at the end of any number, so 0 can be replaced by 2 into 5, right? And other than 0, the rest of the number will be 12 only. So 12 can be written as 4 3s are 12. So here I can write the factor. So 4 can be converted into what? 2 raised to 2 into 3 and then 2 into 5. So here I can write 120 can be written as 4 3s are 12, right? And 0 can be replaced by 2 into 5, right? So here 2 is coming how many times? Here 2 raised to 2 and 2 raised to 1. So here I can write 2 raised to 3, 3 raised to 1 and 5 raised to 1. So 120 can be written as in the form of a 2 raised to 3, 3 raised to 1 and 5. I hope you understood the things, right? So now here I'll write the count of divisor of 120, right? So here we have 3. So it will be replaced by 3 plus 1, then 1 plus 1 and then we'll write 1 plus 1, right? Now check 3 plus 1 become 4. 4 to the 8 to the 16, right? So total 16 different divisor will be there for the data 120, right? So now, right now I listen all these numbers. So 120 here we have, right? So since we know that every number will be divided by itself as well as what? 1. So here I'll write so now 120 here I'll write the number that can divide 120, right? So since we know that every number will be divided by 1 and itself, right? So first of all here I'll write 1 and 120 will be divided by itself. Total 16 different number will be there. So I'm writing over here last in second row, right? 120, right? So here I have written any number will be divided by 1 and itself. Now check for the 2. Yeah, 120 will be divisible by 2 also. But if I divide it by 2, then the quotient will be 60, right? 2 60s are 120. So 60 also can divide 120. Now check for the 3. 3 also can divide. 3 4s are 12. So 3. But if I divide it by 3, then the quotient will be 40. So I'll write 40 over here, right? Now check for the next number. 4 can divide. Yeah, 4 also can divide 120. 4 3s are 12. And so 30 will be the what? Basically, here 30 will come, right? So we'll write 30 over here. Now check for the next number. 5 also can divide 120. 5 2s are 10 and 5 4s are 20. 5 can divide. 5 2s are 10 and 5 4s are, so 24 will come, right? So here I'll write 24. Now check for the 6. 6 also can divide 120. And if I'll divide it by 6, then the quotient 6 2s are 12. The quotient will be what? 20. So here I'll write 20, right? Now check for the 7. 7 can divide 120. No, 7 I hope 7 cannot divide, I think, right? 7 1s are 7 and 5 will be the remainder. And yeah, 7 cannot divide. But I'll check for the 8, right? Can 8 divide 120? 120 here we have 8. 8 1s are 8. Remainder will be 4 and 8 5s are, right? Yeah, 8 can divide 120, but here the quotient is coming 15, so 15 also will divide 120, right? So here I'll write 15 as well, right? Now after 8, 9. 9 cannot divide 120, but 10 can divide 120. If 10 can divide 120, then here it will be 12, right? So now here you can check how the gap is getting narrow, right? Now here we have 10 and here we have 12, but I'll check for the 11, but 11 cannot divide 120, right? Hence all the numbers are complete over here, and if we'll count over here, total 16 number will be there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16, right? So hence you can write this number in systematic form also, so I'm not writing over here in systematic form. Now I'll check for the next number, that is what, 600, right? Next number is here 600. So since you know the shortcut rule to calculate the basically factor, right? Here we have 600. So what we can do, here 0 is coming, so 0 can be replaced by 2 into 5. Again 0 is coming, so 0 can be replaced by 2 into 5. And here 6 is coming, so 6 can be replaced by 2 3s are 6, right? 2 3s are 6. So hence here we can say 6 will be replaced by 2 into 3. 0 will be replaced by 2 into 5. Again 0 will be replaced by 2 into 5. Now convert it into standard form. Here 2, 2 and 2 is coming 3 times. So 2 will be the power of 3. The power of 2 will be 3. And here 3 is coming 1 time. So the power of 3 will be 1. And 5 is coming 2 times, right? So power of 5 will be 2. So here 600 can be written as what, in this form. So now here we will write the count of divisor of 600, right? Here we need to take how many divisors are there for 600. Here 3 is there, right? So power will be added by 1. Again here we have 1. So 1 plus 1, and again here we have 2. So 2 plus 1, right? So now here we can write 3 plus 1 become 4. 2 is 8. 3 is 24, right? 4 2 is 8. 8 3 is 24. So 24 different number will be there that can divide the number 600, right? So now we'll list down all those numbers. So 24 numbers are there and it is quite large. So here I'll write divisor of 600. Here we need to calculate, right? So since we know that 24 number will be there, so every number will be divided by 1 and itself. So itself here I'll write 600 we have, right? So 600 can divide 600. Now check for the another number. 2 can divide 600. Yeah, 2 can divide 600. But if I divide by 2, then the quotient will be 300. So here I'll write 300. Now check for the 3. 3 also can divide 600. 3 2 just. So either 200 will be the quotient. Now check for the 4, right? Can 4 divide 600? 4 also can divide 600. And if you divide it by 4, here the remainder will be 4, right? 3 150. So here 4 also can divide, and if I divide it by 4, 150 will be the quotient. So it means that 150 also can divide 600. Hope the things are very clear to you now. So now after that we'll check the another number. After 3, after 4, next is the 5. We'll check for the 5. 5 also can divide 600, right? Because of 5, right? And if I divide it by 5, so 120 will be the quotient over here. So it means that 120 can also divide 600. Now check for the 6. 6 also can divide 600, right? Here the quotient will be 100 then. So we'll write 100 over here, right? Now check for the 7. 7 cannot divide 600, right? But we'll check for the 8. Yeah, 8 will divide 600, right? But if I'll divide by 8, so 75 will be the quotient. So we'll write 75 over here, right? Now after the 8 we'll check for the 9. So 9 cannot divide 600, but 10 can divide 600. If I divide it by 10, so here the quotient will be nothing but 60. Now after 10 we'll check for the 12. But yeah, here 12 can divide 600. If 12 can divide 600, here the quotient will be nothing but 50. Now 13 cannot divide 600, right? 14 also cannot. 15, here 15 can divide 600, but if you divide it by 15, right, here the quotient will be nothing but 40. It means the 40 also can divide 600. Now after 15 we'll check for the what, 16 cannot divide 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, right? Here 20 can divide 600, But if we're going to divided by 20, right? So here you will get 30. Quotient will be 30. Now you can check how the gap is narrowing, right? And after 20, if you're going to check over here, 21, 20, 24. Yeah, 24 can divide 600. And if you're going to divide by 24, here the quotient will be 25. So here all the gaps are filled between 24 and 25. No numbers are there, right? So if you're going to count over here, so automatically here you will get 24. Now you can check, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 12 plus 12 become 24. If you want, you can write all these numbers in systematic form also. So here I have written all the number that can divide what 600. So now in similar way, here we are going to solve the sum number 6 also. In sum number 6 here they have given, we need to find the divisor of 500, right? And if you want to calculate the divisor of 500, so since you know the format of factorization, one shortcut rule is there, right? 500 here we have. So 0 will be replaced by what? 2 into 5. Again we have 0. 0 will be replaced by 2 into 5. The factor of 5 will be 5 only, right? So factor of 5 will be 5 and 0 will be what? 2 into 5. And again we have 0. So 0 will be again 2 into 5. So 500 can be written as, here 2 is coming 2 times, right? So we'll write power of 2 is 2. But 5 is coming 3 times. So here power of 5 will be 3. So therefore count of what? Divisor of 500, right? Will be nothing but equal to power is 2. So 2 plus 1 and here power is 3. So 3 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4, right? 4 3s are 12. So 12 different number will be there and that can divide the data 500, right? And what are those numbers? That number we need to find over here, right? So here we have a divisor of 500. So I'll start from what? Total 12 number will be there, right? So every number will be divided by 1 and as well as itself. So itself means what? 500. Now check for the 2, right? 2 can divide 500, but if I'll divide by 2, so the quotient will be 250. It means that 250 also can divide 500. Now check for the 3. 3 cannot divide 500, but 4 can divide 500, right? But if I'll divide it by 4, so it will be nothing but 125, right? Now after that, we'll check for the 5. 6 cannot divide, 7 also cannot divide, 8 also cannot divide, right? And after 8, what we have now? After 8, 9. 9 also cannot divide. 10. 10 can divide 500. If I'll divide it by 10 over here, right? So here the quotient will be nothing but 50. So here we check for the 1, 2, yeah. But if you check over here, 5 also can divide 500. And if you check for the 5 with 5, right? Here I left the 5, but 5 also can divide 500. So the 100 will come. 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 10. And after the how many number we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And here also, and one more number is left. If you check for the another number, it is 11. 11 cannot divide 12. 12 cannot divide 13, 14, 15, 20, right? So 20 can divide 500. And if you divide it by 20 over here, so here we will get 25. So these are the 12 distinct numbers that can divide what? Data 500, and these numbers are 1, 2, 4, 10, 5 and 20. And if you want, you can write this all these numbers in systematic form. So in systematic form it can be written as 1, 2, 4, 10, 5, 20, 25, 100, 50, 125, 250 and 500, right? Now check for the sum number 7 over here. Here we have the sum number 7 also, right? In sum number 7 here they give 1000. The rule is very simple. Here we have 1, so divisor of 1 will be 1 only. Here we have 0, so 0 will be replaced by 2 into 5. Again we have 0, 0 will be replaced by 2 into 5. Again we have 0, so instead of 0 here we can write 2 into 5. So now check how many times 2 is coming. 2 is coming 3 times and 5 is also coming 3 times, right? So the 1000 can be written as 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3. So therefore the count of divisor, right? So count of divisor of 1000 will be nothing but, here we have power is 3 and here power is 3, right? So 3 plus 1 into 3 plus 1 will be nothing but 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 4 was a 16. So 16 different divisor will be there, right? And if you want to calculate over here, so here we can calculate also. So here I'll start writing. So divisor of 1000. So 1 can divide 1000, and at the same time 1000 also can divide 1000, right? Now the 2 also can divide 1000. So if I'll divide by the quotient will be 500. So 500 also can divide 1000. I'll check for the 3 cannot divide, but 4 can divide, right? If I'll divide it by 4, so it will be nothing 250. So 250 will be the quotient. Now our 5 also can divide 5 twos are. So if I'll divide it by 5, so 200 will come over here, right? So here I'll write 200. Other things are very clear to you now. But 6 cannot divide. 7 also cannot divide. 8 can divide, right? 8 can divide 1000. And if I'll divide it by 8, so here the quotient will be 125. But 9 cannot divide 1000. But 10 can divide 1000, right? Yeah, so here I'll write 10. If 10 can divide 1000, so here 100 will come, right? Now after they will check for the 11. 11 cannot divide. 12 also cannot divide. 13 cannot divide. 14, 15, 15 also cannot divide. But 20 can divide, right? If I'll divide it by 20 over here, so here will be 50 will be the remainder, right? 50 will be the quotient, not remainder. And after 20, 25 also can divide. If I'll divide it by 25, so here there will be 40. So these all are the 16 different numbers that can divide the 1000, and you can write it in a systematic form also. So divisors of 1000 will be nothing but 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 25, 40, 50, 100, 125, 200, 250, 500 and 1000. Now see the second last problem, that is problem number 8. Here they have given 1331, right? So first of all, what we'll do over here, we'll take the factor of 1331. No shortcut rule is there, so I'll do the normal procedure. 1331, right? So if I'll check it is divisible by 11 only. So if you'll divide by 11, so 121 will come. Again, it will be divided again 121, right? So hence we can say 11 into 11 into 11, right? 11 is a prime number, so 11 power 3. So therefore here we can say the divisor of count of divisor, right? The count of divisor of 1331 will be nothing but equal to 3 plus 1. Here power is 3, right? So only 4 number will be there. 4 different number will be there that can divide the number 1331, right? And what are those numbers that we need to find? Okay. So here I'll write the divisor of 1331. So every number will be divided by its 1 as well as itself. Itself means what? 1331, right? And we have to find the another 2 numbers that can divide what? 1331. So here 11 will be there because in factor 11 is there. So here I'll write 11. And after 11, 121 is also there, right? It means that 121 also can divide this factor 1331. So 121. So total 4 different numbers are there that can divide 1331. This problem is very simple problem. Now check for the last problem. In last problem here we have 999, right? And we have to divide. We have to find the divisor of 999. So here 999 we have. So first of all here we'll take the factor of 999. If we're going to take the factor of 999 over here, so it will be divided by 3. So 3 3s are, right? Again divided by 3, so 111 will come, right? And again 111 will be again divided by 3, and 37 will be there, right? So hence 999 can be replaced by 333, and at last here we have 37, right? So 999 can be written as power of 3. 3 is coming 3 times, and 37 is also prime number, it is coming 1 time, right? So therefore count of divisor of 999 is nothing but equal to, here power is 3, right? So we'll write 3 plus 1, and here power is 1, so 1 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 2s are 8, right? So total 8 different number will be there that can divide the number 999. And what are those numbers that we need to find? Okay. So we'll write divisor of 999 we have to find. every number will be divided by 1 and itself, right? And itself means 999. Now I'll check another number. So 2 cannot divide, but 3 can divide, right? But if I'll divide it by 3, so here the if I'll divide by 3, right, then 333 will be the quotient. So we'll write 333 also can divide 999. So now 3 3s are 9, right? So in that particular case, if you're going to find over here, so 9 also can divide this number, right? If 9 can if you'll divide it by 9, then 111 will be the result over here, right? Quotient will be 111, so it means that 111 also can divide. And after 9, if you're going to check over here, so here we are 20, the next number will be 27, and because 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27, if you're going to check over here, 27 also can divide 999. So in that particular case, the quotient will be 37. So we'll write 37 also, right? So if you're going to count over here, total 8 different number will be there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So here we have successfully completed the problem number 9 also. So here I had explained how to find the divisor of number. I hope you understood everything. So I'm going to end this lecture here only.